Do you feel like you're burning through cash on your marketing? You don't understand where your money is going. You don't understand why you're not getting more customers, but you're spending a ton of money. If that's you, if you're nodding your head like yes, I want you to listen to this video. I want to give you 3 tips that I have learned throughout my 7 years as being a professional pooper scooper. And for those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Erica Crouppen, and I am the owner of Crouppen's Poopin' Scoopin', and I create content over here on the Scoop Start channel. I pull the experience from my 7 years in business and all the conversations I've had with other pooper scoopers that are in the industry. So let's get into it. Tip number 1, you're paying for ads and you don't even have the basics right, okay? You don't even have your business name picked out. You don't even have a logo. You don't have your Google profile set up. You don't have a website set up. You don't have the basic free stuff that you can do to optimize your Google business profile. Same thing with Facebook. You're running Facebook ads, but you don't have a good ad copy. You don't understand who your ideal customer is. You don't have any of the information filled out on your Facebook. Who you are, what you do, how to get in touch with you. You don't even have the basics. On either one of these profiles or any of your marketing material, it doesn't say how to get in touch with you. You don't have any Google reviews. You don't have any Facebook reviews. You haven't even thought about, okay, a customer comes in, right? They come in, they want to know about your service. What's that conversation going to be like? What's that conversion like? You want them to come in and you want to service them, but there's that in-between part that you haven't quite figured out. I had issues with this last year. I put the most amount of money I have ever put into ads last year. We had over 800 leads that came in during Spring Rush. Okay, we serviced about 1/3 of them, roughly 1/3 of them. To me, there's a lot of issues there. We have a lot of holes, but I know how to get those leads in. And so now I need to work on the conversion because obviously there were some issues. Yes, we converted a nice chunk of them. Yes, they signed up for reoccurring service, 93 to be exact, signed up for recurring service, but there was a lot of missed opportunities there because I didn't have certain things dialed in. Number 2 is you create your social media like a digital business board, like a billboard, okay? There's no personality. I go to your Instagram, I go to your Facebook, and I just see generic clip art. I just see generic AI. Who are you? Who am I doing business with? I do social media. Okay, I've been able to connect with you and so many other people because I show the human side of who I am. And in today's day and age with AI, people are wanting human connections more and more. With people being screwed over by contractors, they're wanting to do business with people that they like, know, and trust. And that has been going on for decades, eons and eons, okay? You have to build rapport with people. And by posting on your social media, by not only posting like, hey, this is my service, buy from me, you're also showing behind the scenes. You're showing customer appreciation stuff. You're showing customer reviews, testimonials, right? Social proof that you guys are doing the service and people are liking it. You have to have a nice mixture on your social media, okay? And I see a lot of people spending a lot of time kind of trying to curate the perfect profile. I want to make sure everything looks aesthetic. I'm telling you, those aesthetic photos do not perform the best. The best ones that perform for me are the ones that are just, they're a little sloppy. They're a little messy. There's things going on. Something might even be spelled wrong. Those always seem to do the best for me. I'm getting lit up in the comments like, oh, you can't even spell the word flies. Whatever. You don't have to overthink the stuff. And especially when you are putting advertisement out and you're paying money, you want to make sure that it's something that's going to catch people's attention. And it's got to have some type of personality behind it. It has to be feather ruffling. It has to connect with people. It has to be intriguing. It has to be something that's going to get them to stop. Take the time out of their day to click on your ad, go to your profile, and if there's nothing there for them to look at, it's just a bunch of stock images, who are they connecting with? You're a small business owner in your community. Lean into the fact that that's who you are. So what if you're a little ugly? Put your little ugly self on the camera, make a little ugly video, and post it, and keep posting, and keep doing that. Oh, I'm not good on camera. I don't take good photos. Shut up. You got a big forehead? Put a hat on. You don't like your hairline? Put a hat on. You don't like the way your face looks? Get over it. Number 3, you're not tracking what works and what doesn't work. Okay, so you throw out all this money. You're like, I'm putting it here, I'm putting it there, I'm putting it blah, 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 blah. You're not tracking where the leads are coming from. Okay, so how are you going to be able to make the improvements for next year when you go to put money into ads again? Where are you going to put your money at? You don't want to just always be throwing money everywhere. I think it's good to cast out a wide net at first, see what's kind of working, and then dial it down, dial it down. Like last year, I know that there was a lot of holes with our conversion. And I know that my Facebook leads were not as qualified as my Google leads. How do I know this? It's because Facebook people are tire kickers. They're scrolling, they're doing their thing, and then they see a post and they stop and we like interrupt them. Okay, we're interrupting what they're doing. So they send a quote, it's late at night, they wanna know like, hey, is this available? We've all seen the memes on Facebook. Google, on the other hand, people specifically go to Google to look for dog poop removal services, person to pick up my dog poop, poop scoop companies, right? And this is gonna be more expensive, but these people are higher quality leads. So if you track it either on paper or a CRM such as Sweep and Go or Jobber, you're able to use that information for the following year or for the next time that you're going to put money into advertisement. So if you take $13,000, like I did, 13 to 15, instead of putting it at 5 different places, you can be like, all right, I'm putting it at Facebook, I'm putting it a lot more into Google, and then I'm going to run a next door ad or something like that because that worked as well. Test that out, see how that worked, drop anything off that didn't perform as well, and then get super laser focused, especially when you have a smaller budget. And when I would hear people say like $100 is a small budget, I'd be like, have you lost your mind? That is $3,000 a month. What do you mean that's a small budget? I used to think putting $10 or $15 a day into Facebook ads was gonna get me some huge return. I was gonna get all these customers. I was gonna grow $1 million business. No, not at all. You gotta put big money, and $3,000 to me, big money. Is $3,000 a month big money to you? It is to me. And if you can't afford to be able to put money into ads like that, that's why it's really, really important to be able to optimize your Facebook, your Instagram, your website, your Google business profile the best that you can, and add as much human element to it as possible so people know who they're doing business with. Data equals clarity, which equals smarter spending. Business is hard. It really is hard, and a lot of us make it harder than it actually needs to be. Been there, done that. But these little tweaks, these little things that we can make adjustments to as we go through our entrepreneur journey is going to make things much more simple. And if you're kind of lost and you're really not too sure and you're just like, I just want some more help, go ahead and check out the Poop Scoop Millionaire community over on School. Over there, there's a ton of stuff. There is a ton of courses. You can do like a Google SEO course. There's a Facebook ad course in there. I believe there's, which I'm doing very soon. It's how to hire, because every time I go to hire, I act brand new. I'm not really too sure how to hire. So I'm gonna check out Levi's course in there. And there's also a 100 customer challenge, which they're actually talking about it in the group. I was reading it yesterday. So I need to start doing that because I want another 100 customers. Why not, right? I want another 100 customers. Do you want another 100 customers? Of course you do. Or do you wanna get your first 100 customers? If you do, I encourage you to check out the Poop Scoop Millionaire community. And if you want to continue the fun over on YouTube, go ahead and click the video up here. And you can watch my video where I talked about spending $15,000 in ads and how all that worked out. But there's spoiler alert, I told you a little bit about that video and how it all worked out, but there's much more detail in that video, so definitely go ahead and check it out.